Hey everyone, today I've got a pretty unique thing on my mind, and I want to talk to you about when you have chaos appear in your life. So when's the last time you got injured at the gym, or let's say you lost something, or you had a setback? What's your natural reaction to how you overcome that? About a week ago, I would never be on this treadmill. This wasn't a thing. But after I got injured, I had no choice but to only be on a treadmill. It's now part of my everyday routine, which I can do as I check email or even film this video.
So as active and busy professionals, chaos happens and we all have setbacks. So this could be of course, a career setback. So something gets erased on your computer. Everyone's had that happen. You underperform at work, or maybe you have conflict with someone that you didn't want to have conflict with, you have to see every day. Of course, it's flu season, people get injured. These are all situations of hopefully not everyday chaos, but it happens often, and this is the kind of chaos that you have to embrace. So there's three things that I do whenever I am faced with chaos, and the first one is retrospective, reframe the inertia. 3, experiment and excel forward. So I just told you about a situation where I threw out my back at the gym. I couldn't do any kind of exercise except for being on the treadmill. And then I figured out quite quickly that when I'm on the treadmill, my hands are free, I'm not running, I can actually do emails, and it makes me double productive. That is a habit that will stick with me forever. So I'm actually kind of grateful that that issue happened. Now I'm better and I have my process. Now, let's talk about something that might happen at work in your professional life. So a story with me is that I keep a journal, mainly to stay organized and be reflective, and I swear by it. So this one time as I changed iPhones, most of my journaling app got erased. I lost like 2 months of data, which for me was really not good. And when I went through this kind of fresh slate, and you might have had something erased at work, and maybe you approach something a certain way, and then it's taken away either temporarily and it comes back, or it's gone forever. And I think what you have to do is really think to yourself, first of all, be angry, that sucks. But if you think about it, do a retrospective, is how could I have avoided this? Was there something with the way I approached it that was honestly just too tedious? I was doing too much. What's a way that maybe you could approach this a little bit differently? So one thing is learning from it. That's really important. And then, with that is you're probably in some inertia. I mean, more than likely, we are all in some kind of inertia. So it's important to think about how can you break out of that inertia and approach it differently. So what I did with the journal is I realized too many things that I ask myself, and that takes up time. And I found that I could actually still reflect in a more efficient way, ask myself half the questions, and still get more out of it. And for me, that was a breakthrough at the time, and I've gotten a lot more time back for myself. So for you, think about the way you do work, right? That file that got erased, that proposal that got shut down, how can you do a little bit differently? And you'd be surprised with the freedom that your mind's gonna have when you're like, all right, what just got erased is gone, but that could be something that's a blessing in disguise. Now, thirdly is now you get to experiment. So whatever that new approach is, whether it's completely different or it's slightly tweaked, when are you gonna implement that approach? Don't you feel a lot better? Well, likely not, but when you get into that scenario when something goes into complete chaos, you gotta trust the process, that it's a way for you to break out of inertia and approach life just a little bit differently. So me and the community wanna hear from you. How have you used chaos in a creative way to convert it into a better habit or a better approach to life? Do not forget to subscribe, and please, if you have a friend who has recently had some chaos in their life, I would love for you to pass this to them and hopefully helps them in their professional and their personal life. That's it for now, and see you in the next video. Peace.